The final round of the 2010 Lincoln Met PGA Championship was played over 3 days, September 13th through 15th, over a difficult Piping Rock Club golf course that became more challenging by the minute. A chilly, gusting wind plagued every contestant, as it not only made club selection difficult, but also dried the greens to lightning speed.
The greens were a lot harder today, where the ball was bouncing and you really had to control where you landed the golf ball. And the green speeds really picked up. And with the wind, as most people know, when you're on the greens, you really got to kind of play for the wind when you're putting, so that you don't hit it, too far past the hole or leave it too short.
While the Lincoln Met PGA was decided in that last group with what became a fierce shot-for-shot duel, there were plenty of fireworks going off in the groups ahead. Reigning New York State Open champion Keith DeCiani of Metropolis would post a 2 under 69 to finish in a tie for fourth, along with Matt Dobbins of Deepdale, who closed with a 1 under round of 70. Mike Meehan of Nassau made 3 birdies and no bogeys over the back 9, including 2 on 17 and 18, to finish at 1 under and alone in third place. But it was the play among the final threesome that ultimately produced the most drama. And the tone was set on the very first hole. After all 3 hit wayward drives, only Mark Brown was able to salvage a par. Rob Labritz followed his opening bogey with 2 more on the second and third holes to quickly fall back to even par for the championship. And while he gamely fought off bad breaks and bounces the rest of the round to shoot even par over the remaining holes, he couldn't stay with Balin or Brown, who managed to distance themselves from the field. Mark Brown immediately got into contention, going 4 under in a stretch of 4 holes. Beginning with a birdie on the par 3 third hole, he followed with a birdie at the 5th. And then hit perhaps the winning shot of the championship at the par 5 6th hole. His second shot from the fairway finished tight to the hole for a short eagle putt that took him to 6 under par.
The 6th hole today, I actually hit 3-wood. Yesterday I hit a drive and I reached the bunker through the fairway. So we hit 3-wood today, got it down there pretty good, and we had 222 to the hole and kind of tucked in the left, and just hit a real solid 5-iron, kind of drew it in there, landed 10 feet on the green, and we got up there. I wasn't quite sure if it was just a little bit over or whatnot. Come to find out it was a foot, and that definitely made my day.
That gave Brown a 1-shot lead over Danny Balin, who rebounded from his 2 opening hole bogeys, kept a good mental attitude, and went on to birdie that same 6th hole and get back to 5 under for the championship.
Started on the first hole, I hit it in the fairway bunker and just had a tough lie, but I figured if you can make bogeys instead of doubles, that you have a chance to make some birdies out here. And as long as I could not make big numbers like doubles and triples, and I just kept the big numbers to bogeys, and I'd have a chance to make some birdies out there and keep myself in it. And unfortunately, I didn't putt it as good as I have been. I hit a lot of lips. I hit a lot of good putts, but an inch here and there, and it could be a different story. But the greens were great, firmed up, and it was easy to make putts if you read them well.
The middle of the round was a struggle for both players, as both made 2 bogeys. Still 1 shot back of Brown, Balin finally caught him at the par 4 15th hole, where his birdie got him to 4 under par for the championship. But Mark Brown responded on the very next hole with a birdie of his own to regain his 1-stroke advantage.
I really didn't try and pay too much attention to the scores today. I really just focused on each hole, and I've had pretty good success out here playing pro-ams and whatnot. So I love this place. I make a lot of birdies out here, so I really just try to stay focused on, trying to get the ball in the fairway, making a couple birdies. But again, some of the pin positions and some of the greens got really slick, and you had to kind of protect a little bit out there.
It's tough to play with your playing competitors in the same group, knowing that you're leading and he's following trying to chase you, or he's leading and you're following trying to chase him. But I've been playing good all year, and I figured if I just stuck to my game plan and gave myself as many chances as I could on the greens at birdie, that something good could happen. And unfortunately, I just didn't hit that good of iron shots coming down the stretch, or let's say after the 9th hole. And I was, instead of putting for birdies, I'm trying to make these putts for pars, and I made a few of them, missed a few of them, but the last couple holes I kind of got back into it and had a chance on 17 to tie him, and fortunately hit another lip.
After the two contenders matched pars on the 17th hole, Brown delivered the coup de grace on the par 5 18th. After launching a monster drive of nearly 340 yards, he was in position to go for the green.
That was definitely the longest drive I've hit all year. I think the adrenaline was going. I figured if I could make birdie or get the ball in the green in two, I think would solidify my chances there. But I hit I don't know how far I hit it, but I had 198 left uphill and hit 4-iron up there, and hit the 4-iron pretty well too.
2 putts later, Brown's closing birdie gave him a 2-shot victory and his second Lincoln Met PGA title and his second victory of the year, having won the Long Island Open earlier this season.
It's great. I won the Long Island Open earlier this year, and to beat all these guys that are top players in the Met section at Piping Rock really means a lot.
Brown's first place check of $15,000 out of the $100,000 total purse was made possible by title sponsor Lincoln, a longtime supporter of area golf. His win moved him into second place in the race for Met PGA Player of the Year honors behind longtime frontrunner Danny Balin, who, in addition to qualifying for the PGA Championship earlier this year, won the Westchester Open and lost in a playoff at the Met Open. With but a few events left, the Burning Tree professional hopes to hang on for the title.
Player of the Year, it's something that we all strive for at the beginning of the year, being the best player or having the best results in this section, the metropolitan section, where we're known for not only our teaching but having the best players in the country. And so at the beginning of every year, everyone's goal, especially mine, is to be the player of the year, be able to stand out on top of everybody, all the other great players in this section. And it's just something that I strive for and something that I work on every day, not only at work but after work when I'm practicing to try and be the best. So we're well on our way, and I'm not sure that it's a lock, but we have a few other tournaments coming up that we just got to play good, and if we play good, then good things will happen.
Check out the Met PGA website, met.pga.com, to follow the chase to its conclusion. That's it for this edition of the Met PGA Golf Journal. See you all next season.